In our last episode, operatives from the Democratic National Committee were hot on the trail of Boris Natasha. Let's see if Moose and Squirrel can outwit and outmaneuver Boris Natasha's plan to sideline democracy.
What are you doing?
I am thinking right now just like American girl. You don't want me to stick out, do you?
All I see sticking out are your nipples. Put on a bra for the sake of Mother Russia.
Believe me, when I'm successful in finding American men, maybe even a postal worker, these nipples are going to lead the charge. They always worked in Moscow and they will work on these Yankee doodles.
Are you talking about seducing American postal workers so we can buy more postage? Or are you looking for a green card to stay in America?
Does it matter? Either way, things work out.
I don't know why you are so focusing on this American man. I am good Russian comrade and I'm right room next door.
You would never look as cute in these shorts male postal employees wear. You have no... how do Americans say? You have no butt. Yes, that's it. Butt.
And these Americans, they have this butt you speak of?
Yes, they do. They are glorious and round, and I just want to take a little nibble of them. They show them off in those tight postal shorts. They're driving me crazy.
I could wear such shorts. We could go to that place we keep seeing, Walmart. And they have everything. I am sure they have these shorts. We will do that, buy shorts and some of that one that comes in box, then come back here, put do not disturb sign on the door, and then I'll put the shorts on and show you how a real man looks.
And what about your wife? What will she think of all this? Should we take some photos and show her what a real man looks like? Ah, now we see the look of the whipped husband. Look, don't pout. If I strike out with postal worker, maybe I will consider it. Ugh, I regret saying that already. Okay, we've done everything we have come here to do. We have bought enough postage to throw election to Comrade Trump. Now it is time to go to one of those war states and do same thing.
I think you mean battleground state.
Yes, that's it. Where should we go?
From my reading, US presidential election in Florida is always close. Let's go there.
Isn't Florida the warm state to the south?
Yes, it is warm. Many young women wear bikinis on beach and
The postal men wear even shorter shorts?
I don't think that there is difference between shorts in Kansas and shorts in Florida.
In my mind, they are much shorter. That's all I care about.
Then I get to imagine skimpier bikinis.
It is so nice to get out of the room. I was really getting cabin fever. And I wish we had a bigger budget because I don't really like sharing a room with you.
Why not? I'm a great roomie.
You have so much hair product that I can't even find my toothpaste. All the lotions and cosmetics trigger my allergies.
At least I don't pee on the toilet seat.
Whatever. At least we've made some headway figuring out who these Russian agents are. Primarily because these two Russians are sticking out like a sore thumb in this corn-fed backwater. We know they're staying here at this Holiday Inn Express because you have made a friendly relationship with a teenage night clerk. Hopefully tonight we can find out what room they're in.
I'll try my best. If I can get the information from him, you'll see why I need those cosmetics you hate. We've been establishing a good MO for these two, and we know where they bought the postage.
There's nothing wrong with buying that much postage, though. We have no idea how to prove their intent. There he is. Go get him.
What is he, 19 or maybe 20 years old? I think I can get him to notice me.
At his age, you could be covered in dog poop, but he'd still want you.
Aw, you say the nicest things.
I'm heading back to the room.
Hello. I've been noticing you since we've been staying here. Do you go to college?
No, my family doesn't have the money and I didn't have the grades to get a scholarship.
You seem very sweet. Do you have a sweetheart or a girlfriend?
No, well, I used to, but we broke up.
Her loss.
Thank you, ma'am. That's very kind.
Why do you keep calling me ma'am? I'm not that much older than you.
It's the way I was raised. What would you like me to call you?
You can call me by my name. My friends call me Squirrel.
We've got a lot of squirrels around here.
Anyway, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Sure, if I can. Ask away, ma'am. I mean, Squirrel, what's your question?
I've seen two guests around here, a man and a woman. They have very unusual unusual accents. Do you happen to know who they are?
Boris and Natasha. The last names are real funny and I cannot pronounce them. They're really nice.
Boris and Natasha.
That's their names.
You wouldn't happen to know what room they're in, would you? I'd really love to go and say hello to them because I believe in welcoming strangers to our country.
I think that would be downright neighborly of you, Squirrel. They are in room 314.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So, how are we going to handle this? Should we just knock on the door and introduce ourselves?
What are we gonna say? Hello, Boris and Natasha. We are Moose and Squirrel. We need to talk. That just kind of sounds ridiculous and, frankly, somewhat juvenile.
I am a fairly attractive and likable looking woman. Maybe I could just act ditzy and knock on the door. I'll just claim I got the wrong room. But at least I'll get a look at them.
Okay.
That doesn't sound half bad. That might work. I'll stay at the end of the hall just in case there's any trouble.
Before becoming a DNC operative, you used to teach second grade. If there is trouble, what are you gonna do? Gather everyone in a circle and read us a book?
There's more to me than that. I always had the best behaved second graders for a reason. But if there is trouble in this case, I would just call 911.
Are you looking for those nice people with the funny accents in that room? Are they your friends? Sort of. Well, they've checked out. Did they say where they were going? Not to me, they didn't. Can you let us into that room since you have a passkey? No, I'm not allowed to do that. Except, of course, in emergencies. This is an emergency. Well, the emergency, it's a very big emergency. I don't really know how to say this.
Hello, my name is Dr. J. Giles, and I am here for the emergency.
Oh my, a doctor? Is somebody hurt?
Well, no one is hurt here, but there is a little boy in Wichita who is. He's expecting a heart transplant.
And the heart that he's getting, is that in this room?
Not exactly, but the instructions about how I'm supposed to do the heart transplant are in that room. The people who vacated the room are Russian physicians who have specialized in heart transplants. I spoke to them this morning. They were kind enough to write out the exact instructions.
How do you know the instructions are in there?
Because, before they left, they were heading to an emergency somewhere else, and they said that they left the instructions for me.
Well, that is an emergency. I can open the room for you. That was pretty good bullshit you were spinning.
As I said, I had the best behaved second grade in the school system. The key to being a teacher is just lying to kids to get what you want.
Isn't that more of a Republican concept than a Democratic concept?
Not really. Look, we lie to kids about all kinds of things. Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. What would happen if kids stopped believing in Santa Claus? They'd eventually not have faith in any of the garbage that we rely on for our whole life. Like the value of the US dollar. Nothing's backing that. We all value dollars because we're told they're valuable. If somebody had said that painted rocks were valuable, we'd have believed that. That's because at a young age we're indoctrinated to believe bullshit for the greater good of society.
Are you sure you were just a second grade teacher?
I obtained a master's degree in political science and a doctorate in philosophy.
So you naturally thought that with those credentials, teaching second grade was your best choice?
Yep, that's exactly what I thought.
I can't believe that these people didn't leave any notes or scraps of paper or anything indicating where they'd be going.
I guess Russians aren't as stupid as we keep saying they are.
Well, maybe not stupid, but careless.
What's that?
They wrote notes on this paper pad. I can barely see the indentation of what's written. We might be able to get some information from this.
What'd you do?
I took a high-resolution picture of the page. I sent it to a private investigator who used to work for the Defense Intelligence Agency. He might be able to process the photo and determine what was written.
And how do you know he'll help you?
We're very close. At this very moment, he may be carrying around something personal of mine in his laptop bag.
It's underwear, isn't it? So you're just using your sexuality to get stuff. Do I have that right?
No, I would think that he was using his sexuality. That I'm okay with.
How long do you think this will take?
Don't know. Why don't we just sit down for a few minutes and relax?
What color were the panties?
What?
What color were the panties? That might make a difference in how quickly he responds to you.
Why?
I think it's fairly well known that guys who like to carry around souvenirs of sexual encounters prefer black panties, or possibly red panties. But they have to be somewhat silky. No guy wants to carry around cotton panties, especially if they're white.
You seem to have a lot of experience regarding carrying around women's panties.
Not really, just what I hear in the locker room.
Well, what if they're a thong?
What are the preferred colors if a guy likes to carry around a thong?
Then all bets are off. Color doesn't matter. I anticipate we'll be hearing back from him shortly.
This was clearly written by a woman who wants to have sex with a postal worker in short shorts. Boris is driving me crazy. I feel like Corvette up on blocks, just wanting to seduce first postal worker I can find with nice calves and short postal shorts. I don't give fuck about whether we buy more stamps or not, whether Comrade Trump succeeds in next election, anything like that. All I want is postal worker to call my own. I'm so happy that we are leaving this godforsaken corn-fed part of America and heading to Daytona Beach. I might be able to fulfill my fantasy there. And who knows, maybe lucky postal worker who takes my American flower will fall in love with me, allow me to become citizen, and we can live in sunny Florida. They're heading to Florida.
She wants to have sex with a postal worker? Don't most women dream about marrying a rich professional like a doctor or a lawyer or a plumber? Her life dream is a postal worker?
I guess the heart wants what it wants. Let's head to Florida.
Wow, you didn't see that coming, did you? Subscribe to this YouTube channel to learn answers to these burning questions. Will Moose and Squirrel catch up with Boris Natasha in Florida? Has the battle for integrity of the 2020 presidential election already been lost to the Russians? Do Natasha's nipples really have the power she claims they have?